Oh, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Screen Fiend as we talk about Jumanji. Yes, Jumanji 1 and 2. Who remember Jumanji back in 1995? This was your childhood movie, Jumanji. Jumanji is about two kids playing a board game that they got, and when they got the board game, they were rolling it, and certain things was happening. Animals were coming out of this board game, rolling the dice. Jumanji. So anyway, Robin Williams plays the little boy, and once he goes into the game playing with the girl, it's her turn to roll the dice. And once she saw him get sucked into the board game, she didn't continue the game. She just got scared and ran home. And all these years go by. He was stuck in the game. As a 10-year-old boy, he grew for like 20 years he spent in the game. Robin Williams, as she comes back into the game. As two kids, well, she don't come back in the game. Two other kids find the board game and decided to play it. But it was actually this girl's turn. So they couldn't really progress the game, and a lot of things were happening in Jumanji outside of the game that was happening in the real world. Elephants, mosquitoes coming in, sticking people in the neck. It was like hell on earth with all of these wild animals from Jumanji. Now, granted, now you got Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. As they complete the game, they go back to them being kids, knowing that they've completed the game, knowing what all the things that they went through. And as they grow older and they finally meet the kids for the first time, they actually say the two kids who was playing the game, their parents had died in a plane crash. They made sure that they didn't take the plane at that time because they knew their parents had died in that plane crash. So they stopped that from happening as well. So the game automatically takes you back to when you started, no matter how long you've been in the game, unless you die in the game. Now, everything was good in the world, and we go all the way into 2017. Over 20 years later, they decided to remake this movie in a continuational fact. As the board game was picked up on the side of the river, and now a kid played it and got stuck in the game, as it now is a video game, an arcade game now, look like some sort of an Atari or Nintendo form of a game. And it sucked people into the game. Four characters in school who had problems with their personality and things they were going through in school. So all of them have their own issues, all four. They get detention and they become the avatars of the video game. And it's funny because they become the alter egos of themselves, you know, the shallowness that they have. The girl who was all in about her body and her looks, she ended up being the fat. Jack Black plays her character. She becomes a man in this film. And the other girl who was not really seen or noticed, became the hot, you know, noticeable girl in the Avatar, who was action packed, but she really wasn't that in real life. You know, she just didn't stand out. And now she's standing out. Then you had the guy who had confidence issues, who's now the star, and The Rock is playing him. So who's strong, fast, to do all these things. And his character is normally the shallow one. And then the big football player in real life ended up becoming the slow, weak, you know, the person that ends up being the sidekick of The Rock, the action figure, his best buddy, but who was a zoologist and carried the weapons for him, which was the total opposite of who he was in real life. Because in real life, he used to bully The Rock's character and make him do his homework. You know, so that's where the story begins. And as far as this movie goes, it's just a mess. It's definitely directed towards kids, and there's some scenes in there that are funny, but they're isolated, and the plot just really makes no sense. It's like they had the premise of, okay, we're gonna do this movie where we say, you know, this is what we're doing it for, meaning that we're gonna say we're doing this movie based on a video game, and everybody get 3 lives. So you see right away somebody dies, Hippo eats them up, and they lost their first life already, and everybody only get 3. Uh, you saw somebody sacrifice one of their lives for a player, and some of it is cool, but it just doesn't flow well. The villain, the guy Carnival, Brian, what's his name? Brian Carnival from Vinyl and Boardwalk Empire. I mean, his role was very minimal in this, and he was so useless as a villain. And he's supposed to be able to control and have the power to control all these animals and things in this film. It just made no sense. So, I mean, it was some funny moments in there with Kevin Hart, but it just did not flow well. Um, the first Jumanji, I gave a rating of 3 stars. I thought it was very well done. It's a great movie to watch. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, I give 2 stars. That's my view of it. You can go check it out if you want. See if you like it. I'm out.